What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stockgo YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be covering the SoFi stock. Guys, we had a great day today. Once again, back-to-back green days, 2 days filming on YouTube. So we're doing very solid, coming back into the YouTube mix. I had to take some time off. And once again, I'm trying to get a video out today because I'm in the middle of Florida right now. We got a hurricane coming, and I likely won't be able to film the next 2-3 days, depending on, the power outages and stuff like that. So I really wanted to get this video out. We had a really great video for you yesterday, just showing you how, EPS expansion is about to happen at the perfect time. 4 quarters in a row of profitability. More institutions are going to have the green light to buy the SoFi stock when they hit that accomplishment. And also quarter over quarter EPS could be potentially around 400 to 500%, quarter over quarter. So what I really want to talk about in this video today is something big, something big that I believe the analysts are missing entirely. I don't know why they're not making adjustments right now, but like I said before, it just looks like Wall Street wants to see the numbers. They're not going off of any, management projections for 2026 or anything like that, guys. And we're going to cover a very basic metric today, and that is revenue, guys. I believe revenue shows the SoFi growth story just as much as members do. And what happened with SoFi, guys, is we had that Q4 earnings last year, 2023. SoFi came out with that amazing profit, $48 million. Media headlines all over the place. Noto was a rock star. First profitable quarter for SoFi. And then what happened, guys? The unemployment data, the inflation data, and then SoFi decided to go the transition route, guys. And that just killed us for about 6 to 9 months when they used that word transitional year, okay? And that was for the entire 2024, okay? But the good news is, I believe we won't have a full transition year, into that, more conservative approach. I think SoFi is going to have a really good Q3 earnings, just going off of what they put out for guidance. And Q4 is going to be another strong quarter. So I believe, management went conservative once again, and analysts are missing that this is just going to be a half transition year. I believe the back half of 2024, especially with SoFi management betting on that 50 basis point rate cut, which they got, that even gave the bets even higher for a blowout Q4. So I believe, the market is pricing in a full transition year for SoFi. In reality, it's going to be a 50% transition year. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about with revenue, guys. And guys, once again, I listen to, everybody's comments and feedback, on the YouTube channel. And a lot of people know me as the hype man. Yes, I am the hype man. And I do put out very, very basic, simple data that everybody, can realize and understand very, very easily. But guys, you don't have to be a genius mathematician to find a stock that's going to overperform the market and potentially beat the S&P 500 over a 5 to 10 year term, guys. I know we've had a terrible 3.5 years, but guys, it just takes one little year to just get all of those, losses made up. Just one good year. And I think we're going to get that starting in the back half of 2024, which we're in right now, finishing out this 2024 year. And 2025 is going to be the grand slam that we've been waiting for. So I'm going to show you those metrics that I'm looking at, guys. In today's video, you're going to be very excited. So be sure to smash the like button, drop a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're going to try and get back into a rhythm once again, but, this could be my last video that I'm filming for the next couple of days because of this Hurricane Milton in Florida. So, give me your blessings, and, I hope we can get back on YouTube pretty soon. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, another great day for the SoFi stock. Take a look, plus 2% on the day. You can't beat that. And then if we go over to the indexes, S&P 500, 0.71, Dow 1%, NASDAQ 0.60, Russell 0.26. So we beat all the indexes today. So it was a pretty good day overall. I follow about 150 stocks. I think SoFi was in the 35 range, top 35. So it was actually a pretty good day for SoFi. But remember, guys, we got CPI data coming out. This is a metric that comes out every 30 days. You're going to get that data 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. And that's why you're seeing the stock get really clipped around that $8.59 range. We hit 860 yesterday 2 times. We hit 860 like 3 times today. So it looks like, the algos, the short sellers, there's just a big bet at that 860 level. The CPI data is, terrible tomorrow, probably going to 820. If it's, bullish, we see more rate cuts in the future, we're probably going to break over $9 tomorrow. So be prepared. 8:30 a.m. big metric tomorrow for CPI. All right, guys, take a look at this. This is the big news today. SoFi officially launches the 2 new credit cards, SoFi Everyday Cash Rewards and SoFi Essential. So they did announce this on the SoFi earnings. It was like a pre-announcement. They were probably doing some, testing and stuff like that. But it looks like they are officially about to launch because people aren't seeing it on the SoFi app yet. But these are probably going to launch, in the next 1 to 2 weeks or something like that. And you can see some of the rewards, okay? It's not like massive rewards out there. It's more for just, building, people's credit, people that don't have a lot of credit, just building their credit up, getting them, some, pretty lower limit, credit cards and stuff like that. We got 3% unlimited cash back on dining out in restaurants, 2% unlimited cash back on grocery store. And this is the big one right here. 1% unlimited cash back on all eligible purchases. I got a credit card right now with JP Morgan and also American Express, and I think the JP Morgan is 1.5% across the board. That's the big one that they got, and then the American Express is like 2%. For everything. But those are really hard, credit cards to get. Some of them. So this could be, a credit card that's going to be to a mass, amount of SoFi customers. And there's 2 new ones because the one they have, the 2% cashback, that's a really tough one to qualify for. So these are the ones that are a little bit lower level. So it looks like SoFi has upped their, portfolio to 3 different credit cards. And that's going to get, more products out there, for the big amount of members that they have right now, which is about, over 9 million. So let's see how these play out. SoFi's brought in some heavy hitters from, JP Morgan and Wells Fargo, I believe, guys that have, a lot of credit experience. So maybe this is the time that SoFi turns the curve and stops losing that, $100 million a year. Hopefully they turn this into a, profitable business segment pretty soon. All right, guys, and this is what I wanted to get into. This is very, very important. We covered on the video yesterday the EPS expansion that I believe Wall Street is missing out on. Not for next year, for literally this upcoming quarter. 4 quarters of row profitability, and also 400% EPS quarter-over-quarter growth. Absolutely insane numbers, guys. And this is going to get, SoFi, on the buy rating for, I believe, bigger institutions. And you're going to see that institutional ownership skyrocket. So, guys, take a look at this. I got the last 5 quarters of revenue, okay? Just revenue out there. We're not going to be looking at nothing else, okay? And you can see we had about 489 million Q2 last year, okay? And we jumped up $42 million quarter over quarter to 531 million, guys. And this is when SoFi CEO was talking about foot on the gas, foot on the gas. So if you take a look at Q3, 531 million, come out to Q4, 594 million. That's $63 million jump quarter over quarter. That is foot on the gas. This is when, Anthony Noto was a rock star in the earnings. The reports are going around. SoFi finally hit GAAP profitable. People are talking about the next Uber, how, Uber hit that, profitable stage. But what happened was right now, they took their foot off the gas. We got that transition year is what they were talking about on the earnings call, slowing down the lending from what they did in 2024 to 90% of the level. So that's what happened, guys. We got stuck in that transition year for 6 to 9 months. And you can see exactly what happened. Revenue for Q1 came out at $581 million. That's a $13 million decline. And the stock basically hovered $6, $7 range. Next quarter, this was the recent quarter we had, the 597, a $16 million jump. Nothing crazy. So this was that transition year, okay? This is why the stock has been in limbo for the past 6 months, not including, the last month or 2, okay? So we were in that limbo stage, because of the transition year, okay? And that's what Wall Street is pushing. That's what the analysts are pushing, slower growth, slower EPS across the board. But guys, the rate cuts started to come very, very clearly, through the Fed, and it finally happened. We got the 50. SoFi's management was betting on the 50, and they put out a pretty solid Q3 earnings, guys, and we're going to take a look at those numbers real quick. So look at this, guys. They're putting out a 625 to 645 million guidance. Let's just assume they come out and beat it just slightly. They beat the last quarter by like 20 million. Let's say they beat it by 5 million. We're going to go with a 650, guys. That's going to be a $53 million jump quarter over quarter for the upcoming Q3 earnings. 20 days away, okay? Does that sound like a transition year to you? Look at this, guys. It's going right back to the foot on the gas 2024 levels. 40 million jump, $60 million jump. Do you see what I'm talking about right now? And they got the 50. So you know Q4, they're going to go all in. Mortgages, student loans, HELOCs, lending across the board. You know, financial services is going to pick up. You're going to see Galileo start to reaccelerate. Institutions are going to, start, putting the foot on the gas a little bit. And you're most likely going to see the exact same type of guidance, maybe a 675 to 695 for Q4. If they come in at 650 on the Q3, beat the Q4 guidance by 5 million, that's going to give them about 700 million. That's a $50 million jump quarter over quarter for Q4, guys. Do you see what's going on here? The transition year was a cover up to keep SoFi in the clear, to cover their butts just in case things got ugly. And what happened? Everything went exactly how SoFi wanted it to go. Unemployment sticking around that 4.3. Big rate cut of 50 basis points. Everyone was betting on a 25. So you see what's happening right now? You're going from that 6-month limbo stage to foot back on the gas. 50 million, okay? If we come in at $700 million in Q4, I want you guys to see this, okay? Let's assume no growth the entire year next year. Let's say they maintain that $700 million. I'm talking quarter over quarter, no growth at all, not year over year, but 700 million Q1, 700 million Q2, 700 million Q3, 700 million Q4, guys. We're looking at about $2.8 billion in revenue full year 2025. That's just basically no growth quarter over quarter going from Q4, just completely frozen for 12 months. Take a look at this right now, guys. Next year, 14 analysts right now are betting on 2.82 billion revenue next year. Literally the numbers I just put out for you, if we hit them in, Q4, 700 million, no growth going quarter over quarter for the rest of the year, just staying at $700 million. Do you really think that's what's going to happen if SoFi gets an additional rate cut in the next upcoming Fed meeting, guys? I mean, take a look at this stuff, guys. They're betting on 2.8 million. In reality, I think we're going to get 50 to $75 million jumps every single quarter next year. And do the math on that, guys. If we do a 750, then an 800, then an 850, and then a 900 million, those basic 50 million quarter over quarter jumps, we got last year, and I think we're going to get the next 2 quarters, you're looking at $3.3 billion in revenue. That would beat the average estimate by $500 million. They're betting on 15% growth. What would the growth really come out to, guys? We go for a 2.5 billion. Let's just do plus 30% growth. We're looking at $3.2 billion, guys. So literally over 30% growth next year is a possibility if we're seeing these same type of jumps that they put up last year, guys. So I'm just showing you right now, there was a big disconnection of Wall Street analysts. We got 14 of them. They're not betting on SoFi re-accelerating lending with these rate cuts. And I think they're going to re-accelerate every single business segment across the board. And you're going to start getting those revenue jumps once again, getting out of that transitional year. If you made it to the video, I want to say I really do appreciate it. I enjoy doing these videos for you. Once again, guys, I'm going to try and get back in the rhythm on YouTube for you. I just need this hurricane to clear out. And we're going to be on that big journey to that Q3 earnings, which I think is going to be a blowout. And, it's going to open up a ton of investors, to be buying the SoFi stock with that 4 quarters in a row of, profitability. And I believe, they're going to put some big guidance out. And you're going to get the, 2025 guidance pretty soon for the end of Q4. So, guys, things are looking really good. I really think the SoFi can hit the $14 range by the beginning of the year if Q3 is a blowout. I mean, we still got, 2.5 months left in the year. We just need to see some really big numbers. We need to see things increase. And we need to see them get out of that transitional year, confirmation that they were talking about. So once again, my name's Kyle. Be sure to smash the like button, drop a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be keeping you updated daily. I hope you have a great day.